The thing that I wish that I had known is that my life wasn't going to be over. I was diagnosed 21 years ago, but I still remember it in technicolor detail. How long did it take for you to be diagnosed with MS?
So it took about a year. I went to a GP, she misdiagnosed me, and then I seen a physio, which is one of my good friends. We did some therapies, didn't work, got the MRI, found the lesions, and about 2-3 months later, I'm in the neurologist's office and she's like, "You have MS."
I'm sure that year must have felt like a very long time.
Extremely, because I was so fit and healthy. I didn't expect anything like that.
I was also very young. I was 23. So I didn't expect anything to be seriously wrong with me, even when I woke up with not being able to see in one eye and not being able to hear in one ear. I just thought that I needed some antibiotics. From my first symptom to hearing the words, "You have MS," it took about less than 2 months. Looking back, I realized how actually I was very lucky to get such a quick diagnosis because, as we know, early intervention is so important. Do you remember what some of your immediate thoughts were and what some of your immediate concerns were when you were first diagnosed?
I was just thinking, like, what the hell? Like, what's happening? And my first instant thought was knowledge is power. So I started looking at what are the other therapies that can be taken in addition to the DMTs.
Ashley, did you know anything about MS before you were diagnosed?
MS wasn't in my vocabulary at all. Yeah, I would say wasn't in my vocabulary. Definitely is. Live and breathe it now.
How did you tell your loved ones about your diagnosis?
So my mum and my sister and my partner, they were always on that journey. I definitely broke it to my friends over a nice group message. "Hey girls, got some bad news." But I'm quite fortunate enough to have majority of my friends within that medical industry.
When I was first told it might be MS, that was when I really freaked out. But a month later, when my MRI results had come in and I got the definitive diagnosis, I remember cracking a joke to my neurologist who gave me the news because I think on some level I knew that part of the burden of having this disease was reassuring other people that I'm okay. The thing that I wish that I had known is that my life wasn't going to be over. You know, at 23, the whole world is ahead of you. You can still do and be anything you want to. And I thought all avenues had been closed to me. So if I could go back in time, I would reassure newly diagnosed Ardra that it's gonna be hard, but you're gonna be okay. What is your philosophy about how MS fits into your life?
People are not their disease. They are individuals living with a disease. MS doesn't stop your life. It doesn't have a big red pause button on it. Like, you can still continue to do the things that you love, you care about, your hobbies, but there's just going to be respectable boundaries. As an example, I do Pilates, and if my Pilates instructor is like, "Okay, we're going to do flying splits off a moving reformer machine," I go, "No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something on the ground that my body's more stabilized."
When I was first diagnosed, I feel like a lot of people, I heard a lot, don't let this change you, don't let this define you. And that was sometimes a bit of a point of frustration for me because, MS has stopped me from doing a number of things. I can't drive a car. It's made me change career. One of the things that can happen if we think too much that we have control over our MS is that if we do face a setback from MS, then we tend to blame ourselves. And I think that's always super dangerous. So there is a little bit of humility that I think is important. There are going to be days when MS does get the best of me. And that doesn't mean that I've failed. It means that I'm up against this asshole of a disease. And sometimes, we just have to roll with the punches of that. The symptoms of MS can manifest in countless ways. Everyone's MS is different. Early intervention is key. MS can cause symptoms beyond our control. We can't blame ourselves. MS is nobody's fault. Thanks so much for watching. For more content on MS, from treatments and diagnosis to mobility and sex, check out the rest of MS 101.